You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. And now, on to the show.
Last time on What's Your Damage?
Alright, so okay, here's the thing. We're in this tavern, and there's something about it that's just not, jiving. I think I've been here before, but I don't think I've been here before, but maybe I have. I don't know. Anyway.
We did, speed dating, and then I don't know if we're all getting married or if we're dividing up into separate parties, but yeah.
Little column A, little column B.
We speed dated to get our party.
But we didn't actually get to choose our own parties. They put us in parties, which, it's not bad, but...
Perseveron Dream Journal, entry 348, mid-autumn, Katano, 13th. We're still in the tavern. I don't understand what's happening.
Perseveron, when you awake, you find yourself in what's a fairly well-apportioned room. There are two beds. When you look over, the bed to your right looks to be hastily made, as if somebody was sleeping there. However, they got up and headed out to do whatever it is that people who have something to do in the morning do. As you listen around, you can hear that there is slight sounds of other people sleeping, maybe not too far from you. Maybe one is even inside your room. However, as you look out the window, you can see that there is what appears to be a really once beautiful estate. However, the trees, which should be of a vibrant and life-giving green, are not that. They are something that exists after hope has withered a little and a little bit more. As you are getting familiar with your surroundings, what would you like to do?
First, I'm going to take out my little journal and jot down whatever fragment of any dream I can remember from last night.
Yeah, actually, that's a good... What you have from last night, I would say, is you remember running. You remember 5 other people, although their forms are kind of vague. You remember falling. And then that's it.
So he's just writing vague dreams, running, 5 people, falling. And I will look out the window and be sad about what looks like decay, and I will wonder if I'm still in a dream. Is this telling me something, or is this happening?
When you say, "Is this happening?" Wobbles Waggletop, you suddenly hear a voice from outside your box. You understand that you are in a box. You can feel your head abutting against one side and your feet touching the other. You don't exactly remember how you got in this box, although you tend to prefer to sleep in small, hidden spaces. What would you like to do?
I'd like to be as quiet as possible, try not to panic, and just listen.
Okay. As you are listening to the musings of Verseverin, we cut to Lewewe. As you awake, you feel the dapple of sunlight, or you feel the sun's somewhat weak rays blessing your skin. As your eyes come open, you realize that you are in a bed, and in the bed next to you, you see another form. This one awake. As your eyes open, you see them close their eyes. They appear to be a tiefling girl, maybe around almost an adult, wanting to be an adult, but not quite there yet at the age of somewhere between 15 to 17. I guess it's only 2 years. A lot happens in 2 years. However, as she closes her eyes tight, you are awake in this room. You can see that there is a vanity mirror to your left. You can see that there is you see, much like Verseverin did in the next room, when you look out the window where that weak light is coming from, you can see hope withered a little bit more. What would you like to do?
I think Lily takes a few minutes to just kind of look around, look at the window, and kind of take a gander at what's outside of it before settling down on her side, like facing this girl.
Okay.
And she's just going to, gently, with the point of a claw, tap at her nose.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
good morning. The sun says hello.
As this girl's eyes, she opens only one eye to see your claw touching her nose, and she goes, hi, good morning. I'm sorry if you saw me looking at you. I'm not weird, I promise.
I'm used to it.
She accepts this. And she goes, are you feeling okay? I know that Mateo had a devil of a time getting you guys all situated, but hi, it's nice to have someone my age.
Hi. Yeah, it really is. No, I'm feeling okay. I'm awake and rested, and my tummy's a little grumbly, but... And she's going to kind of scoot a little closer, lean in with real big eyes. Do you know where I am?
As we cut to Okot and Riz, when you awake, you see that you are in a fairly large room. This has about 5 beds, of which the 2 of you are members, and you have 2 other beds which seem to have people also in them. When you look out your window, you can see what appears to be a vineyard of some kind. Perhaps there were grapes growing here, but those grapes are now a little bit withered. You can also see that there is a fine green miasma. It's not like it is a fog. However, it is just like a slight tint to the world. As you two wake up, the women in the other bed, what looks to be a winter Eladrin, and what looks to be a pretty tanned, blonde-haired human are also starting to stir. What would you like to do?
I think for once Okad is disoriented enough that she's just going to kind of wait to see what happens and who makes the first move.
Okay, so Okad is going to wait and see.
Riz, I think, is at first very, very confused because she's waking up and it's quiet. There aren't like screaming children or parents or anything that she's used to waking up to. So I think there's a moment where she kind of starts to and like sits up and she's like, huh? What do you mean? What? No, I didn't know the sleep. What? Huh? Wait, what the what?
You okay?
This isn't my room.
Yeah, it's not mine either. That's weird.
I don't feel like I got drunk last night, so...
But it would explain a lot.
Right? You know? Like you get a little drunk, you end up somewhere you shouldn't.
Yeah. And like, and I gesture over to the other two with a couple of strangers in your bedroom.
Yeah, you know? I mean...
To be fair, the Winter Eladrin says, it was our room first. You guys arrived last night, so kind
Apologies.
of our room, and we woke up to you two.
Very, very much apologizing for that. But again, don't necessarily feel like I drank too much, so very concerned as to how I ended up here with no recollection of that.
Well, is it possible you're getting better at getting drunk?
Could be.
Right? Like,
I do like the way you think, though.
Speaking of getting drunk.
As the blonde woman says, I can tell you guys how you arrived here.
Oh, that would help.
That would be very, very much obliged.
As she tells you the same information that Annalise told Lily, she goes, yeah, and Mateo Carabalin, God, as strong as an ox, she says as she titters to herself.
Somebody's got a crush.
No, she says. So I guess I'm kind of surprised that you two don't seem to know each other because he found your bodies not far from here.
Were we in them at the time?
As you say that, Okad, suddenly everybody hears a bell ringing. As we cut back to Lily and Annalise goes, oh, breakfast is ready. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. Kind of jumps out of bed, brushes herself off, like pauses. Huh. Slept in my clothes. That's weird. Okay, so you're going to tell me who this Mateo person is, right? And she'll just like grabs her by the arm, like hooks her arm around hers and heads for the door.
Okay, excellent. As you start to head towards the door, Verseverin and Wobbles, you hear this bell ringing, but you don't have the benefit of a stranger sleeping. Well, I guess you're both strangers to each other, but not an NPC stranger sleeping in this bed, so you don't really know what that bell's about. However, you do hear it, and you hear what sounds like a young girl exuberantly bouncing out of her room, bringing her friend, quote unquote, with her. What would you two like to do?
I cast good berries, and I eat a berry. You want a berry?
Oh, you don't know I'm in here unless you've opened into the chest for some reason.
My apologies. I thought Elliot said that you popped out of the chest.
Oh, no, sorry. He stayed in the chest and he just wanted to listen to you.
Let me amend that. I hear this alarm noise and I just wonder what that's about as I cast good berries into my hand and eat a berry and continue to stare out the window and kind of just get a sense of what's going on with the foliage out there and wonder about the decay that is odd and disturbing as a druid adjacent person.
Well, I'm so glad your hackles got raised because Verseverin, I would love you to make me a nature check.
Druid about to roll a +0 on nature because that's not it. He's sympathetic. He doesn't really know a lot about it. Natural 20.
Oh, that
I love coming in strong, first roll out of the gate for after a year off.
Setting the tone. That's how you set the fucking tone.
It's all downhill from here.
Verseverin, with your natural 20, this has the unmistakable mark of a Markupo. It is known as the false dragon of laughing rot. You know that deep within forests, oftentimes people run into the Markupo by hearing a laugh. Light, bright, airy, a maiden's laugh. However, nobody truly knows what offends a Markupo besides encroaching on its territory. It will belch out a large amount of green killing gas. You are aware, and in Verseverin, your teacher in Druidic arts, what was her name?
Bryn.
I think, if you would indulge me, I think one time while Bryn was teaching the old dog Verseverin new tricks, she showed him a place where the Markupo, another one, grew deeply offended and killed the vegetation and most life in a pair of villages called the Doundries. You know that this is a generational sort of this has impacts that last generations. With your natural 20, you get the impression that this has happened not super recently, not enough to kill all things dead, because this place stands. There is still some vegetation. However, you know that that laughing rot, that green gas, will continue, and all of this will wither eventually.
And I want to just clarify, this is the early, he's seeing that this is happening. This is the early stages of it, though. Left unchecked, it will devastate the area, as had happened to Doundries.
Yeah, and he would also know that, like, nobody really knows how to contain it. There's maybe if you have powerful magics, you can create enough wind that you might be like. I think that's part of why weather sorcerers are, especially powerful weather sorcerers, are maybe valued in areas that have Markupos, is because they can not stop it but ameliorate it.
And then the one last, it was the false dragon of rotting?
Laughing rot.
False dragon of laughing rot. Okay. Thank you.
Fucking metal.
So, Verseverin is going to look out there and think about it, and then we'll recall Bryn's teachings about Markupo and or Markupos and what had happened to Doundries, and just feel like ill at ease, and still not sure. Basically, what's the situation here is, he couldn't remember his dreams last night, and that sometimes happen. He's feeling a little off. Like, where is he? Where is there a Markupo? So this is the kind of thing that gets him to thinking, like, okay, I'm in a dream, and I've got to learn something about this. And thankfully, it's a dream, because otherwise, what a nightmare if a laughing rot is spreading through wherever this place is.
Absolutely. Yeah. So as he is going to continue to sit and ponder, and Wobbles, you're going to stay hidden.
And I might also say something out loud, sort of like, oh, no.
Persevron's voice is kind of imposing, so I'm just chilling in this box, assuming I was like hiding in here from a monster, and then I passed out from fear or something.
I mean, yeah, that exactly makes sense given what you're going through. Yeah, I would. Oh, yeah, my fear must have claimed me, and the monster is still here. Damn it.
We both think we're here for a reason, and we're both wrong.
As both of you are wrong in parallel, as you hear the bell, Okot and Riz, the blonde-haired woman gets up and she's like, "Oh, great food!" As the winter Eladrin goes, "Maybe Matea will be there." As they say to you two, "Come on, let's get some food."
I glance over at Riz and I'm like, shrug, offer arm. What do you say?
I guess we're getting food.
Yeah, always easier to figure things out on a full stomach, right?
Sure, assuming. I mean, they didn't kill us in our sleep, so.
Yeah, we're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Might as well have breakfast.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
I actually really enjoy that. Okay, as Okot and Riz, you head where the two women are heading. Versevrin, you hear more people walking past your door as they head towards the source of the ringing. And next to the fire, Luwewe, Riz, Okot, you see what appears to be another winter Eladrin. However, when you look at him, you can see that he is the first most noticeable thing is that he is in a wheelchair, and he, for eternally youthful creatures as the Eladrin, he looks exceedingly mortal. Instead of the green in his cheeks, much like a spring Eladrin will have, this one is the tale of decay slowly taking its way through him. He looks very thin, nearly brittle, as if touching him on the shoulder, Riz especially, may... I know, that's the wonderful thing about Riz.
I'm a fucking cleric.
Although
fucking cleric.
Although she is known in some circles as the line Enda, she is very good at healing. So even though she comes like a lion, she heals like a lamb.
Look, surgery is healing as well.
Fair enough. Fair play to you.
That ear needed to come off.
As you see him, he is right next to a a pig sizzling in the fire. You can see that next to the fire pit, where usually there would be a good amount of wood, because the chill in this inn tells you that you are in the midst of an especially cold, rainy season. There is no fire here. To his left, on the back walls, you can see what looks to be the affix of probably a worker of some kind, a large axe. In fact, it appears that many axes are hung. One is missing, and other various sundries of bespeaking to somebody who works out in the yards, or perhaps once worked out in the vineyards. As you see this man, he has a warm smile, or at least the attempt of a warm smile, as it seems like movement of any kind is pretty difficult for him, even the muscles in his face. So it comes off as perhaps he was intending it to be an inviting smile, but it speaks to us. It looks like a crying one.
It looks pained.
Enormously, as he says, "Welcome, old friends and new." For my new friends, he says, looking at Li Weiwei, Riz, and Okot. He says, "To my new friends, welcome to my inn. It used to be mine and my wife's. However, now it is simply mine. My name is Kamapang, but most people call me Kampa. Please do take some. Please do take some chicharron. It's not as sickly as I am, I assure you that." As he searches the crowd, he goes, the Dragonborn and the gnome aren't here. I hope they're still sleeping and their dreams are sweet.
You said there was chicharron?
He says as you see that there is a bunch of pork cracklings.
Just for flavor's. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, for flavor's sake, when he greeted us all, Lily was just waving at him with both hands.
Aw.
I think like that pain smile got a little bit brighter. He was happy, but the pain of being also affected him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to help myself to the buffet if we're done with the speeches.
Please do.
That was more to Riz than to him, but
I think that is a good character trait, though. He has remarkably sharp hearing, and Lily, from your position closer to him, you can see that although there is a lot of like farm worker tools to the left, or to the left of the room where an antlered head rests, you can see a large number of artifacts that bespeak to an adventurer's life.
I think Lily's a little bit more interested in the food, but when she goes up to get her, and I'm sorry, please repeat that.
chicharron. Mm-hmm. Which Okad is like just instinctively like loading up plates and handing them out to anyone who comes up for one.
Yeah, I do think she gets some and she's like absently putting that in her mouth as she wanders over to stare at the artifacts.
Okay, so as everybody is getting their food, Riz, would you give me a medicine check on Kampa?
Sure thing. That was almost not good. That will be a 23.
Excellent. with a 23, as you were getting your food, you can see him looking at you. He's sort of mischievous when he looks at you, like you. And as you trace his eye, you can see that he sees your little far stand medallion. However, when you look back at him, you don't know what he is suffering from, but you know that he has a lot of it, and he has had it for a while. As you grab your food, he goes, by the way, I meant to, well, I don't think any of you have, he thinks about it. He goes, I meant to ask you, are you, as he looks over his shoulder to see Lily staring at the adventuring artifacts, how are the three of you feeling?
I'm, fine. I mean, I know we, and she'll point between herself and Okot, confused as to
we're not quite.
Yeah,
we're not quite sure how we got here last night.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my mother.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you are too. Hey. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, but confused buddies. Hey. And she'll do like a high five from across the room, like a phantom, phantom high five.
Air five.
Yeah, air five.
As Kampa listens to you, he goes, well, I can give you as much information as was passed to me by Mateo. Annalise, dear, would you mind getting the large gentleman and the smaller one as well? As she goes, okay, yeah. As she quickly runs off to...
there was more of us. Hey, we're like a whole party here.
Yeah.
That was my assumption between the five of you. As Annalise goes, do you want to go?
Lily kind of looks at her, looks at the wall of artifacts, looks at her, looks at the wall of the artifacts, and then goes with her.
Okay, perfect.
With her eyes still on the wall of artifacts.
As they go to suddenly, as they head out, suddenly from Perseverin and Wobbles' point of view, you hear, can I offer you this? Can Annalise and Luwewe just like do a lot of like little pounding on the wall? Like, like they're using all four hands between the two of them to knock on the door?
Yeah. I think it starts as like one of them knocks, they wait, the other one knocks, and then they just kind of start making a game out of it. Until at this point, they're making a song.
I love that. Perseverin, you hear a song coming from your door.
Is it a song I recognize?
Nope. It is...
Boy, wouldn't that be wild if it was?
It's a nonsense song.
Percussion jazz with a lot of giggling.
Hello?
Good morning!
Hi.
Good morning.
Just so you know, we have breakfast is ready. It's pork. There's chicharron. Kampa was gonna tell you and your friend in there how Mateo found you last night. If you'd like to come out and hear it with the rest of your friends.
My friend. Wait, who's my friend?
I am, apparently. I don't know what your name is, though.
My friend, were you in here? Do you want me to make your bed?
Oh, no, I wasn't in there.
No, there's like a gnome in there?
No, there isn't.
Oh.
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Oh.
Well. Oh, I hope he's okay, she says as she looks to her left and outside the window. But yeah, please, if you're okay with
I'm gonna start looking out the window too. Where is he? If he's my friend, I also hope he's okay.
Can we open the door now? Or are you just gonna talk through it? Because we can talk through it. That's fine.
Wobble's inner monologue right now is like, oh, they think they can trick me by pretending they're my friend. Yeah, nice try. I'm staying in my phone.
As Annalise goes,
it is correct that he would not recognize these voices, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Annalise goes, okay, well, as Luwewe and Verseverin, you hear Annalise's stomach grumble, and she's like, oh, I gotta feed the beast.
Ooh, yeah, he sounds nasty. Let's go.
Markupo is hungry. I wonder what beast she's feeding. Ominous.
Can we have seconds?
As Annalise and Luwewe and Kampa, despite appearances, he does have a very warm air to him. So, and a lot of it seems like affection towards at least Annalise, and so of course allows seconds.
Yeah, Lily actually probably fills her plate again, just runs up, gives him a quick hug, and then goes back to staring at the artifacts.
As he accepts it, he goes, well, I suppose your friends are going to come when they do. Your compatriots, I don't know if I don't want to label them friends if you don't seem to remember them.
Well, there's only one now, anyway.
Hmm?
Oh, apparently the gnome disappeared.
I knew he was a rogue, he says.
Wearing gnomes.
Yeah, they do have that ability, and from what I can tell, he's probably a...
Suddenly, Oaktot looks around and goes, gnomes are the greatest adventurers in the world?
What? He says. As
Riz just narrows her eyes and
as you can tell, the two women that Riz and Okot you bunked with, they hear Okot say that. They look at each other, and the dark-haired Eladrin seemingly gives the blonde one some coins.
Actually, the best adventurers in the world are the fortunate few. So,
Oh. Mm-hmm. Are any of them gnomes?
No.
I'll imagine how much better they could be if they had a
you
gnome.
don't know the fortunate few?
Not in the biblical sense.
The what sense?
I haven't met them. Not personally.
Well, I haven't either. I mean,
what?
But I read all their books. Oh, I've got one here if you want to see it.
And she starts digging through her pot, puts her plate down, just starts hastily patting down her pockets until she pulls out the world's most battered Fortunate Few novel.
Tell me a story.
Wow, you really are a fan, aren't you?
Who isn't?
I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
I know I sure am.
Beats me. Yeah. Anyway, so the other two aren't common, but we can relay information to them as needed later. So so this Mateo fella found us somewhere, and apparently he's big and strong and brawny and brought us all here.
And dreamy, I hear.
Yeah, something about very dreamy something. I don't know. She'll shoot a look over her shoulder.
Okot just drifts by in the background, like half listening to this conversation and half sort of like looking at the artifacts that Lily's looking at. Just taking it all in. So, two conversations at a time is where I thrive.
As he says, yes, Mateo has been with the inn for nearly as long as my wife and I have owned it. I'm not going to take credit for what Mateo did. Mateo found you a little bit past the swamps in an almost estuary. The five of you were together, seemingly a little wounded or damaged, and he brought you back to the inn. You can see that a look of concern scrawls across his face as he goes. He also found another member, maybe also a member of your party, but he seemed a little bit further away from you. That young man volunteered to go get some wood for us, so I gladly took him up on the offer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have not seen Mateo. Left early this morning. I have not seen him.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm just gonna, ask you kind of a weird question. But I mean, obviously at this point, it's all kind of weird, right?
Weird is where I've made my home.
Oh, I appreciate that about you. Also, I apologize. The name's Rizzo. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Rizzo.
Thank you for your hospitality. So, and she'll gingerly hold out her hand to shake his hand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As he reaches to grab yours, he holds your hand. He grabs onto it. You can tell that you get the very strong impression that in another life, this man was quite formidable. However, that is not this life. As he shakes it, he goes, "It's a pleasure, Rizzo."
Yeah, and thank you very much for your hospitality. Anyway, weird question. Where exactly are we?
Sorry.
Can I get you something to drink or some tea, water, something?
Yeah, we can only water from the well that we have. It hasn't been polluted. As he points to a barrel that you see, he goes, you are currently in southern Harmony. This town used to be known as Cyclica. Marcupo bellowed, and it's slowly disappearing from the map, and I suspect I will along with it.
Where's the map? Could we go? We should go get that map.
Would Rizzo have any idea about that town name? As a native Harmondian?
Yeah, Riz, you would know that Sicilia it used to be like it was on the southern tip of Harmony. It was as you can see from this inn, This is a rather large inn, as far as inns go. It's pretty stupendous. You would know that this used to be a destination. It was the place where the best wine was produced. It was enormously fruitful and bountiful, and it was a place that your grandfather Carboni would have vacationed in back in the day.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay. That is not the direction I was going. She'll mutter to herself. Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's, huh. That's terrible.
As Riz has this information wash over her, we cut back to Verseverin and Oka and Wobbles, who are staying in the room. Anything that you guys are doing? Anything bringing you out, or is still staying and thinking and avoiding being found by the monster and the people pretending to be your friend?
I've finished making the bed.
I'm double down on my fear and vigilance. Well, actually, here, I'm going to self-roll, see how well I interpret what this monster is actually doing. Well, I'm less worried he's a monster now because people were talking to him and he was talking back, and monsters probably don't talk like that, but I still don't trust the situation. 11. Okay, I just hear noise. I'm not sure if he's making a bet or not. So yeah, I'm just still waiting for him to hopefully leave.
Okay, sounds good. As you finish,
make the bed. I'm going to go over to this trunk and open it, the one by my bed, because at this point he's very disoriented, and someone has told him that he has a friend who's a gnome, which doesn't sound familiar to him. So he's definitely in that, like, okay, we're experiencing some kind of dream from my god. So it's important for me to kind of get the lay of the land here, see if I can figure out what I'm supposed to take away from this. So do I have any items that I had placed into this trunk, or, messages from above or below? There's this issue of the Marcupo on the horizon. Nightmare could be, filtering in here.
There's a note in the trunk that says, "We've been trying to contact you about the Void's extended warranty."
Man, I need to change my brain number.
Yeah, and you find all of your artifacts. So you do have your flower staff, and everything that Verseverin would consider important.
Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. So I just take my stuffs, put my good berries in a pouch, and then head out.
Okay.
Well, upon hearing him, I had this in my mind, but even though he's heading out, as soon as I heard him open the other chest, I want to cast Minor Illusion to make the inside of this chest look like an empty chest.
That's pretty good.
So, as you hear him open the chest, Wobbles, you cast Minor Illusion to make it look like an empty chest, and eventually you hear Verseverin leave.
I was debating opening the chest, and I was like, I don't know if he's nosy enough to go through what is clearly not his stuff, Like, if the bed had been made, maybe, because then it's like, oh, I'm just in a room with, a chest and someone who didn't sleep in here. But the unmade bed is like, nah, that's somebody's stuff.
Right.
But
yeah.
I love the thought.
As Verseverin goes to, and does he follow his nose where everybody is eating?
I'm just wandering now, so I just walk out through this hallway and then see what I see in the hallway. Looks like nothing special going on in here. He had a good berry. He doesn't need food, and it's dream food, so what's the point?
Yeah. You get, of course, now with this change in vantage point, you can see the vineyard, which is withering. However, you do also hear, a good number of people outside and outside the room, close to a fire that is slowly dying out.
Oh, yeah, where they're roasting the pig.
Mm-hmm.
That's an open fire.
And you can also feel that there is a pretty good chill in the air. So this would put you once again pretty deep into the rainy season. As Kampa goes, "Oh, he's joined us," he says.
Good morning.
Morning. Chicharron?
Perseverance. Nice to meet you, Chicharron.
Oh, no, sorry. I was offering. I'm Okat. The
Nice
Chicharron
to meet you, Okat.
Eating. Glad we had this talk.
Me too.
Yeah. And Okat goes back to staring at the artifacts.
That Chicharron person's weird.
Oh, no, I have a new nickname.
Everybody's grooving on the artifacts, apparently.
Yeah, and speaking of those artifacts, Lily and Okat, you have no point of reference for any of this. However, Lily, you would be able to discern that probably the most prized possession here, or the one that has the most value, at least to the person who displayed them, is a fan. It folds out like a peacock's feathers fold out. It is resplendent and brilliant. You can, as you observe this, you can see that, and with your magic sense, Lily, you know that this is magical to some degree. You also, reading your books, you do know that in the Fortunate Few's 7th volume, there was a old contact. Her code name was Drifting Leaf. She used bladed fans.
Cool.
Ooh.
That sounds badass. Bladed fans? Oh.
Well, yeah, I don't have that volume on me right now, but if I can find one for you, totally a great read.
I'll have to keep an eye out. That sounds awesome. I want to try playing with one.
However, oh God, there is something on this wall that does connect to you, or that you do notice, and you're like, as you see that bladed fan with the peacock, you notice that there is like a lot of bird theming, great colorful birds. However, one in particular really captures your attention. It has the appearance of like a wild rooster. However, instead of its comb, that red wattle, it has various crests leading away from its face, up and up and up. This bird is brilliantly colored. It is a rainbow of colors and feathers, and you know about this, and especially the position that the pose it's in, as you suddenly get struck by an old memory. And it is an old memory from your home reality. It is from Galea, and it is deep, deep, deep in the mountains with Hina Harap, where she, having a multitude of magics, but especially strong in divination, she showed you what we would think of as tarot cards. They're fortune-telling cards. The interesting thing about them was her cards weren't limited to displaying images of creatures that were just in Galea. These cards showed what you had no idea at the time, this rainbow rooster, obviously magical. You had no idea what it was. It was just a beautiful drawing to you. Of course, you knew the Moonfire Phoenix, which was also on one of her cards. So you got the sense that, these were great and important mythological birds.
Right. It's something that, like, as I'm standing there looking at it, I'm like, this isn't totally familiar, but I get that feeling of like, this looks like the shape of something I know. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it also perhaps calls back immediately into mind two people who were very important to you. Of course, Namla, your sister, and an old friend, Jorix.
I point to the rooster and I'm like, what's that one? Tell me more about that one.
As Lily in the background is quietly going, oh, not saying this out loud, but what does this do? As she kind of touches the fan and starts to take it down.
What's that do? What's that do? What's that do? Is there a button? I want to press it.
As I think you find Kampa watching Lily take it down, Annalise looks a little bit like afraid because it's obviously an artifact. As she says, like, Kampa, is it okay if... Just be very careful. It's slayed many beasts in its day.
Oh, okay. Be super careful then.
And she is genuinely being as careful as she can with her claws.
And he has... who did Okot ask the question to? Like, tell me about that one.
I'm not even sure she knew who she was asking. She's just... If anyone has an answer.
Yeah, Riz, you would know that as a sorry monarch.
You mean that thing? And she'll point. That's
the rainbow rooster?
The rainbow rooster thing?
That's the most beautiful chicken I've ever seen.
It's not a chicken.
Oh, rooster.
Not a rooster either. It's a sorry monarch.
A sorry monarch.
Yeah. They're like, they're just kind of like, they're known for being protectors of travelers. So they're, good luck.
Says Okot. And then she ponders.
I'm guessing you're not like, from Harmony then?
Nope. No, I don't think I've ever heard that word before, so I'm probably not. Yeah. No.
I think Riz is going to tilt her head. You've never heard of Harmony.
How much did we drink last night?
I'm not entirely sure, but
well, I don't drink, so I wouldn't have drinking much. Drinking much?
No, yeah.
Much. Okay,
whatever we had.
Okay, but no. We're good. Go back. You've never heard of Harmony. What island are you from then?
I don't know.
Like you don't remember, or
yeah, like I'm trying to find a name for where I'm from, and there isn't one. I'm not from an island.
Wait, hold on. I think
that can't be right.
I think we might have said this earlier. Do you guys not remember last night at all either? Like completely?
Completely nothing.
It's blank.
And like,
Yeah, because right now we're like at the very south tip of Harmony, which was very not where I remember being last.
No, me neither.
Yeah. If I may ask, where were you?
Oh, Buspernell. Like right outside Buspernell.
Okay, yeah, I was out kind of that way too. I was towards Tarkshaven. Hey, tall and cranky over there. That's to Verseverin, by the way.
Yeah, he's just looking around at like the other people.
Yeah.
Lily is also looking around at various people, not sure who she's talking to.
Do you remember where you were before waking up here?
No. I'm not even sure I've woken up.
Deep.
Man,
Hmm.
that would be...
Do people dream together sometimes? I feel like, oh yeah, no, that was in one of the books too, wasn't it? The Dream Bazaar.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that book, but yeah, people definitely do share dreams.
Does no one here read literature?
Not really. It's kind of boring. Sorry.
Lily just looks heartbroken at the idea that this is boring.
I like action adventure.
Question though. Would that be considered like a child's tale? Or is that like a common just thing?
No, that would be from one of the Fortunate Few books, which could be considered a children's book to a certain extent, but
that's what you're like
they're for the audience. Actually, for everyone. Sure, let's go into it. The Fortunate Few book series is more like what we would call silver novels or dime novels in this world, like easily produced. Early mass serial fiction. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I think
we've basically been like Lily's been chasing after Batman this whole time, basically.
Batman, but they do technically exist because they're the ones who publish the books.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Riz is kind of a little bit like just not saying anything.
Oh, those are good. That's not literature. Those are good books. Those are like fun reads.
I think Riz is Riz is like going to position herself behind Luwewe in Perseverin's line of sight and just is making a slicing motion across her neck and shaking her head.
Are you okay?
No,
I mean, I thought literature were good books, but okay. I mean, you like them? You have good taste.
Yeah. They're easy to read and they're fun.
And she's still playing with the fan and being possibly a little less careful with it right now because she's distracted.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we pay attention to the relics that we're holding.
No. Okay, I'm putting it back on the shelf now.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Okay.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage? Series 2, featuring Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop, Kate Ingram as Riz Parcheesi, Sadie Blake as Okot, Douglas Gale as Verseverin, Ray Palmer as Luwewe Igbiani, and Elliot Rose as our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Elliot Rose and Ray Palmer. All music was created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
all downhill from here.